Hey guys, old folks here. So I'm continuing this series on tier lists. We're in the magical realm of support, and that is a fun thing. Obviously, support, legendary wise, we got Ariel. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Ariel. She is phenomenal, 5-star. She's decent at 3 stars, probably the best 3-star legendary. Fits into a lot of teams. If you can get her, great. If you can't, don't sweat yourself over it. But I don't want to focus on her. I want to talk about a lot of the others that are out here. I have Candy on my other server, getting close to Silver Star, but I haven't focused on her this time through. But let's talk about it. You know, tiers, how they work, everything else. Aria's probably the #1 healer you're going to use all game long. She's good all game long. You get her 4-star and she's just impossible almost to kill without a Pandrous or a Candy. So she has so many roles in the game that she basically becomes a top tier because you have to have her to survive all of the different dungeons, crusades, and everything else. From that point on, there's a lot of debate. This one's really hard because outside of Aurora, in her current state, I'm not... with most teams, I'll be honest, I currently pick Wreck over her. That's just my opinion. So I don't want to bash her too bad. She's probably my lower one. Merlyn Sebastian. Those are probably your next two most seen outside of Aria. Supports phenomenal for mage teams with Merlyn Sebastian. Just now, obviously, I want to talk about his revive spell. Is not like the old days where he could revive himself. He gets attack speed for the people, which is kind of cool. Does damage, and then he and his allies get 150 extra energy per minute. It's not as powerful as I might say. I don't even run Sebastian on my team anymore in the arena because it's kind of negligent or not even noticeable for what I need. But these are kind of your tier 2 kind of people. I'd say Ming, especially in-game, mid-game, 5 stars, phenomenal support. He's probably one of my top 3 people I'm going to recommend. You know, it would be kind of this range. Aria, Ming, Merlin. I have Murphy Awoken. Murphy Awoken is phenomenal. She's definitely a tier 2 if she's not a tier 1 person. Muse is not, for me, a top support, but she's not a bad support. There are teams you can build around her, but she's probably going to be that middle of the pack support. Again, Krash. Krash is a specific, really anti-Edwin knock-up team. Not bad now that you can get the soul stones from the shops and from your allies and everything. Candy's kind of more specific, but now that they've just changed her, I haven't had enough time to play with her since the new change. She's going to be, I think, a lot better, especially against a lot of these healing, shielding teams. So, you know, the truth is these are kind of your main 3. You're going to see a lot of Sebastians on the field, but I think you're going to come to a point and you start to see it, especially later on, where Sebastian just doesn't get pulled out. Early on, he's kind of needed, but later games, he's not. He's great in the Crystal Dungeon. Aurora, in her current state and build, just doesn't see a lot of playtime. Kind of sits back there with Muse. In fact, I think less than Muse. But you know, these are 1, 2, 3, 4 in my opinion, and probably 5, 6, 7, and 8 are really kind of even here. However you want to associate your team with what you're building, and then finally Aurora being on the bottom of that list. Obviously, every team's totally dependent. You know, if you're building a magic team, you're going to run Merlin probably over Aria. She's not going to come out to the arena until way later. Ming's great with disabling teams. I mean, there's a lot of intricacies that go here. Like I said before, I'm not going to build specific teams off them, but these are my kind of heroes because of how they play with other teams and how they work well. I'll get into another video kind of putting teams, so don't be like, oh, you didn't tell me who to use. It's just my opinion on who I focus. Because of their usability everywhere. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave something. I'll gladly answer it. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching and have a great day.